Government's round of budget consultations to target youth and the agriculture and fishing sectors this week. This story and more in the National Report.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by switching to energy efficient appliances? By switching to energy efficient appliances, you can help lower your energy usage. Your refrigerator, for example, is amongst the highest energy consuming appliances within your home as it remains running throughout the day and night. Switching to an energy efficient refrigerator can lower your electricity bill by up to 40%. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by switching to energy efficient appliances. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
With the details to the news for Monday, 19th September 2022, I am Abigail McIntyre. Government continues its round of consultations to ensure stakeholder and public input as it prepares to present the 2023 budget. The process started with Cabinet approval of three critical documents: the Budget Framework Paper, the Medium-Term Fiscal Framework, and the Medium-Term Action Plan. All documents speak to the strategic focus of the budget. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, says government going back to its fiscal rules after a 3-year suspension is a sign of fiscal prudence. Consultations will be held this week with stakeholders in the agriculture, agro-processing, and fishing industry, as well as youth.
On the 22nd, we have youth engagement at the Grenada Youth Center. So there's a consultation on youth starting from 1 p.m. There's also a consultation on agriculture that's on the 21st, and that is going to be at the Loop Cinema in Grenville, starting at 9:30 a.m. So it's a morning consultation, bringing together the agriculture persons, the food processors, the fishery sector, and so on, to basically engage in consultation in terms of what are some of the key programs, priorities, and policies that the government should implement to support the growth and development of these sectors. We have a new addition this year, which is parish consultation. So we are not just doing consultation with stakeholders within the country, but we are actually going into communities and so on. So we have stakeholder consultation starting with carriacou and thematic on Thursday of this week, and that would extend into October, early October, where we will culminate with a national consultation on the 5th. That national consultation, of course, will be virtually, but the parish consultation will be face-to-face. So we are going to come to you with information in terms of the location and timing of those consultations. We are planning to have those in the afternoon so that persons, after they would have had their day's work and so on, they can be part and parcel of those engagement and that dialogue as we work towards building the budget process and moving forward with the engagement at that level.
The consultations are designed to provide an overview of Grenada's economic performance for 2022, to place strategic focus on the 2023 budget, to explain the budget preparation process, and to solicit views on specific sectoral issues and priorities that should be addressed. Permanent secretaries, heads of departments, and key policy officials from the various ministries across the public service met recently to develop a medium-term action plan that will outline government's priorities for 2023 to 2025. The plan will fall in line with government's transformation agenda as the new Dickon Mitchell-led administration works to put Grenada on a path of sustainable development. 10 strategic actions have been outlined that must be achieved. They are improved healthcare services by 2025, enhanced education and training opportunities for females and males by 2025, reduction in poverty and improved living standards, enhanced citizen safety and security, economic diversification, economic competition, physical infrastructure upgrading, environmental protection, climate resilience and hazard risk management, energy efficiency, and strengthening governance and institution. Cabinet Secretary Ruth Rouse says the outcome of the discussion will form the fabric of government's transformational agenda.
Will set very clearly the key strategic priority actions to help achieve targeted social, economic, environmental, cultural, and other sustainable development outcomes over the 3-year period 2023 to 2025 in support of Grenada's transformational agenda. A transformation agenda signals the start of a transformation journey, which requires the participation of senior management to drive the change. When we approach the transformation agenda and the transformation of our country this way, we seek to ultimately inspire and excite not just us here, but all members of our ministry, our departments and agencies, the public service at large, and the citizens as a whole.
The Ministry of Health is recommending the implementation of Phase 1 of the National Health Insurance as part of government's medium-term action plan for 2023 to 2025. It was one of the points of discussion among permanent secretaries and heads of departments looking at government's medium-term agenda. With health being a priority for government, officials presented a list of areas for implementation in the medium term 2023 to 2025, with the National Health Insurance being on the list. However, the government must decide whether this will be a priority during the period.
As we assess it, all persons who are eligible will be covered by the basket of services that are offered. We note national health insurance is only one mechanism for attaining universal health coverage. And really and truly, that is the mandate, that there is universal health coverage to reduce out-of-pocket expenditure and minimize the risk for catastrophic health expenditure and impoverishment. And just an aside, the data that we have available to us indicates out-of-pocket expenditure in Grenada is almost close to 60%, and it is one of the highest in the Caribbean region.
That was Camille St. Louis, Senior Planning Officer with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Ms. St. Louis says her ministry is awaiting government's word on the direction they are willing to take regarding the components of the NHI.
There are a lot of prior actions that have been done with respect to NHI. There's draft legislation on the various projects. There was a draft basket of services or proposed basket of services, and another company was commissioned to do the proposal for the implementation modality. We note, however, that there is a new administration and there may be a need to relook this policy. So the ministry basically is waiting at this stage to try to understand what is the new policy directive with respect to NHI. Notwithstanding, there are some things that need to be done in order for us to implement NHI.
Grenadians are now paying less at the pump for gasoline, the price of which had been capped at $15 since December 18, 2021. Effective Sunday, September 18th, the price of gasoline is now $12.74 in Grenada and $12.92 in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The price of diesel is also down from $15 to $14.57 in Grenada and $14.75 on the Sister Isles. The 40-pound cylinder of gas remains at $40. This is a national report. More news after the break.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight, candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on, people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Welcome back. Residents and motorists can now breathe a sigh of relief thanks to the help of Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, the Honorable Andy Williams, the RGPF Fire Service, and community members in the vicinity of Sugar Mill Grand Anse. They all came together over the weekend to clean up the area. Motorists and pedestrians alike have complained about the stench coming from the drains in the Sugar Mill vicinity. Last week, Minister Williams was approached approached by a community member from Grandins Valley who thought it was necessary to empower the local community through providing cleanup services. The resident discussed his intentions with the minister, who then acted swiftly by getting the RGPF's fire department and others involved. Interest was also shown by other community members. Minister Williams spoke about what was done over the weekend.
Sometime last week, this gentleman right here came to me and said, you know what, he thinks that this would be a good idea for us to clean the drains. And he mobilized some guys from the community, and we mobilized some guys from the community also. And we came together, and this morning we started to clean the drains from this area, up from the Montu area entrance, right down to the drains on there. And we called the fire services, and they gave us the commitment to come and assist. We did that in an effort to get rid of the smell and the debris that has been there for like over five years or so, or maybe even 10 years, right? So it's a good initiative from the community.
Following a 2-year break due to the COVID-19 pandemic, exciting football action is again on the way at the Bellevue playing field in St. David. The St. David Football League opened the St. David's football tournament on Sunday. 12 teams have registered for the tournament. Interim chairman of the St. David's Football League, Ishmael Pear, is inviting the public to come out and enjoy exciting football. Matches are played from Sundays to Thursdays from 4:30 p.m.
We want the public to know that we have a great competition in store for them. We have 12 teams lined up, and everybody's eager to play football again. We have up top ballers, we have Pomeroys, we have Real Old Men, we have St. David's Masters, we have Trinity United, we have St. David's United.
The Ministry of Sports continues to support community sporting activities as one of government's major focus for the development of sports. The St. David's Football Tournament has for many years received tremendous community support from the various villages coming out to support their favorite team.
We want them to know it's happening. It's after a 2-year break, and exciting football. You know, it's an avenue. People come out not just for the football, but to socialize. Then you have the situation where little vendors come, they sell little snow ice, they skin up their fruits, their vegetables, the roast corn, so it's a nice form of village enterprise sort of thing.
The tournament will be run for 2.5 months, ending in November. Fixtures for this week are Tuesday, Pomeroys versus Vibrant Ballers, Wednesday, St. David's Master versus Central FC, and on Thursday, St. David United versus Up Top. And that story brings us to the end of the National Report for today, Monday, September 19th, 2022. Recapping the top story, government's round of budget consultations to target youth and the agriculture and fishing sectors this week. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, I am Abigail McIntyre. Thank you for joining us.